Yeah, I have an odd guitar style. I'm left-handed, so that in itself is an oddity. And I don't use a pick very often. I finger pick, even on the electric guitar, which of course I learned from Lindsey Buckingham from Fleetwood Mac. I developed his style by watching him and copying his songs and records. And then from there I just developed my own style where it's kind of a Travis picking banjo style of playing, but it's certainly not fast. You'll hear many of my solos that I do are quite repetitive, and there's certainly nothing crazy going on. I don't read music. I used to a little bit when I took lessons from a jazz guitarist many years ago, and then I stopped taking lessons and just wanted to do more stuff on my own. From there I developed my own style, and whether it's acoustic or electric, I use my fingers. I do use a capo because I like the idea of changing the bass notes quite often. But as far as going up and down the neck, I'm not a very versatile player that way. I can find the scales, but I certainly don't practice enough as a professional guitarist who will sit and do scales all day. That's just not my cup of tea, although I appreciate scales. It's interesting to note, though, that when I do a solo, I don't edit it at all, which is very uncommon, and to me that's a challenge, is can I get through this 20-second or 2-minute guitar solo without stopping? A lot of people, I don't know if you know it or not, when they do a solo, they cut pieces together. They may even do something as few as 2 or 3 notes, and then with the magic of editing and a good engineer, they just cut that all together like a movie. I prefer not to do that. I like to keep it live and fresh. So any solos you hear in my songs are one take only. I don't do a second take or a third. It's one take all the way through. If I screw up too bad, I hit a wrong note, which of course on the guitar you can hit a wrong note 50% of the time. For me it's more than that because I'm not a good player. But I get through the whole solo, whether it takes me an hour to do 2 or 3 minutes. And then of course there have been times where I've practiced for an hour or two and put a solo down, and what I do is I stop, take a break, come back later, and then I check the solo out with fresh ears and rested ears, and if I like it, I'll keep it. Very often I practice doing the solos, and then I come back and it sounds like crap, and I just don't like it, so I'll erase the whole thing without hesitation. I never attach to my songs. I never attach to my music. Sometimes I can practice for 3 or 4 hours on a song and scrap the whole thing. As a matter of fact, one time I lost, it was devastating. I lost 15 songs, almost nearly complete songs, because of a breakdown in the mixer and the recorder that I had. It was just a technical issue. Destroyed weeks and weeks worth of work, and I was upset for about 10 minutes, and then I realized, well, it was meant to be. They're gone. I'll try to create something new. That's the interesting thing about technology nowadays, is you can back things up, which is intelligent to do. Something I've learned to do now. But the music itself is just a fun process. It is like painting. It just goes on and on and on, and I just have a blast making it. To me, that's what life is about, is just doing what you want to do and being happy. And whether it's playing music or painting or taking care of the kids or throwing yourself into your work, it's very individual. For me, this is just what I happen to love to do.